when did you really understand money?
I watched right after the pandemic. I saw a podcast.
And circa the age, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but circa the age, like what age were you? And I'll share my story as well, just for perspective.
Oh, because I was 30-something before I really understood. I was always working for my money. I never put myself in a position where my money could work for me.
Talk to me.
There's a podcast called Earn Your Leisure.
Yes.
Some guys that look like me. They spoke a language that I could really understand.
Had that New York dialect.
They had and that's what really made me say, okay, I'm gonna stop putting all my money, in a bank account like it's a shoebox, and I'm gonna put it into some stocks. And once that started compounding, that changed my life. And then real estate really changed my life. I had a bad situation happen to me. I got a attempted car robbery right in front of my house. And it made me move from my house. And when I moved so fast, I rented the house because I couldn't sell it that fast. And then once I saw what rentals can do, it made me get into more rentals. And so now I have, a considerable amount of real estate ventures that started from a mistake. But I want to hear your story, man, because obviously I know you made so much bread in the league, but now you've been able to transition it.
My baby mama's listening. My girl here tonight too, so she trying to go shopping. Aventura, baby, Bal Harbor, baby.
Hey,
I'm broke, baby. She looking good, by the way.
Hey.
But for me, at 36, I'm vulnerably admitting that I did not learn about my funds until I was 32.
Wow. But I mean, financial advisors, I would assume
I
football,
never had a financial advisor.
Really?
I never was a splurger. And this is the funny thing that me and my girl joke about. It was like, she asked me a question like, what would most girls say about Cam? Like, we have that type of dynamic. And I'll be like, you know what? Most chicks always say, because it always gets back to me some way, shape, form, Cam cheap. Because I am. It's like, hold on, what you need that purse for when you got that purse that look just like that purse? You got all them hats. It's a brand, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do well enough to understand, but understanding the dollar was something that wasn't taught. And my point is, we need more people that we look to and say, oh, I can relate to him. Why? It's because when I was in school, I hated school. If PE was taught by a teacher that I did not like, I hated PE. If trigonometry was taught by a teacher that was cool with me, I loved trigonometry. So it wasn't the subject, it was the person that was teaching the subject. Nobody who looked like me could talk to me about the funds that I was getting. So therefore, I didn't necessarily make a mistake, but in learning about stocks, learning about real estate, learning about using your credit, earning your credit. I felt I went to the league around 21, 22.
Okay.
And you're talking to a person who felt pride in using his debit card. Because I just wanted the cashier to know, like, oh, baby, it's all there. It's all there. Louis Vuitton, it's all there. Purchase Rolex, oh, baby, it's all there. Debit me, please, it's all there. Debit or credit? Debit.
Take it.
Everybody heard the debit, I got it all. But now, as a man, grown man with kids, it's like, man, credit. It's still there. It's credit, bro. Here, I can pay that off. And knowing that the best thing that you have going for you as a human being is your credit. Yes. It was so embarrassing for me to look up and say, like, yo, what's my credit? I got all this money in my bank account and my credit wasn't nowhere where it needed to be so I can go and buy a space on my credit. I got all the money in the world, but no
leveraging
credit.
your assets, having credit,
those things,
all of that.
Those things,
so incredibly important.
So it's those things that it's like, bro, I tip my hat to you because getting into that space, and it's not about being a black thing or a minority thing. It's about being the person that is understood by the masses, because to teach people, it's all about being able to really go down on their level and bring them up to a different level. So with that, you mentioned Ray. I'm not sure, what that dynamic would be, but how will your plan of attack for content in financial literacy be in this space?
Oh, no. I mean, thank you for asking that. For me, I was told growing up, have one mortgage, don't have multiple properties, that stock market is dangerous, be afraid of it. I think for all of us, for young people especially, understanding money, understanding and not being afraid of it, and to have these conversations is of the utmost importance. So, I'm definitely dedicating. As I do stuff in the entertainment field, I'll still do movies and television and film and all of those things, but making sure that we do something that can help the future generation. Because, we won't have generational wealth. We won't have wealth in our communities. We won't be able to circulate our dollars if we don't have the dialogue and those conversations. So that's been very important to me.
I would also add to that, it's like, man, get uncomfortable with your social circle. If you hang around 5 brokies,
okay, preach to them.
You're going to be the 6th soon. And just because, on paper or digitally, you're successful or you got shoebox money or mattress money, if you do not have a social circle or an environment that challenges your ability to think outside to make more, it's inevitable. Absolutely. And when I see certain things and I go about certain acts and I say to myself, it's like, yo, being around homeboys, that doesn't mean you can't hang out with them. Mm-hmm. It's like you're talking about doing this financial literacy for the younger generation, but the reality of it all is like you may be doing it for your homeboy because your homeboy may be too uncomfortable to say, hey, bro, how you get a car?
Yeah.
I didn't know how to write a check.
And it's all around us. When you look at the plot of Happy Gilmore, right? Yeah. The entire movie was based around the fact that his grandma didn't pay her taxes and her house was about to be taken for $270-something thousand. Yeah. And his plan of attack was, I'm going to go out and work and, do the golf so I could hustle to pay it back, right? And that's how all of us are programmed. How can we go get this bag, right? But now that we look at it, in retrospect, it's about, how can we leverage credit? How can we figure out other ways to get it? Yeah. And how can we not use our money? How can we use other people's money to get more money? How can we work together? How can we, instead of buying a house individually, how can we partner together and buy a duplex? And we can live in one and we can rent one out. How can we work together to increase the financial literacy?
Those things.
That's the name of the game.